One of my
What?
biggest things.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of The Lead. Your host, as always, Harley Dugan. We're here to react to a very spicy video, very good reacting video here. This is coming from Mina Kimes. As we all know, Mina Kimes is the gospel of Houston Texans positivity. We love everything she reacts to. As y'all seen many times on this YouTube channel, I have reacted to a lot of her content. I just react to anything that's talking Houston Texans. And for the most part, she's the constant positivity, the optimism that continues to streak across all of my Texan social media stuff. So we get to react to her interviewing DJ Bien-Aime. Is a special guest. DJ Bien-Aime, ESPN Texans reporter. He has been on this channel before. We've had the liberty to talk to DJ Bien-Aime. Great guy, great content. Make sure to follow his work. Even after you watch this video of my reaction to him, regardless, this guy is a fantastic, if not one of the best, if not the best, Texans reporters out there. So make sure y'all do check him out, check his work out, and check out his latest articles and everything else. Let me get into this video, but first, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. We are on the road to 10,000 subscribers. So while you're at it, go ahead and smash that like button. Easiest smash of your life. Go down in the comment section. Let me know. Do you think the Houston Texans are going to win the AFC South? Drop your comments down below. Maybe not right now. Wait for the video to play. You see where I'm getting at here. DJ Bien-Aime had to answer the question, are the Houston Texans going to win the division? He has a different set of opinions, and nobody is going to like this, and this is going to be a fun reaction. So let's get into this. Let's get that. Bam. All righty.
So it sounds to me like you are going Texans, Colts, Jags, Titans. You were very high in the Titans last year. Do you remember that?
I was. I do remember that. I was very high on. I was high on Mike Vrabel. His old line was just bad. So I think. I think I haven't done my research. I think the Colts end up winning the division.
Man, boo. Tomato, tomato, tomato. I'm throwing tomatoes.
One of my biggest things.
What? Yeah. I mean, you heard the reaction right there. She says, what? Drop the stone cold real quick. What? I mean, shocking, right? You're talking about a guy that covers the Houston Texans. And you got to remember this, guys. Just because they cover the Houston Texans doesn't mean they're Houston Texans fans. This is their job. About 70% of media that covers the Houston Texans are not Texan fans. So newsflash to anybody that didn't know that. DJ Bien-Aime is from Louisville or Kentucky or somewhere around that region. He is not a Texans fan. He's probably older than the Houston Texans. That's nothing against his age. I'm older than the Houston Texans. Yes, I am. So I had to think about that. Quick math. I did good math there. That is a shocker. Make sure to go down in that comment section and let me know, what are you feeling about the Houston Texans' chances of winning the AFC South and how you feel about DJ Bien-Aime. I'll definitely throw some comments his way.
Yeah, one of my biggest things is the Texans' schedule scares me. It scares me.
DJ.
The Texans' schedule, yeah, it scares me. Like,
wow, let it not be said that you were biased. Yeah, what a shocking pick.
Yeah, I think the Colts end up winning because I like their schedule. I like the pieces that they have. I think AR is going to take, if he stays healthy, he's going to take, a massive. But I still think the Texans make the playoffs. I think get one of the wild card spots.
If AR is healthy, that is the biggest understatement for the Indianapolis Colts hot takes I will ever hear. If AR is healthy, that's just, it's a big if. That is the biggest if for the Houston Texans, not the Houston Texans, for the Indianapolis Colts seasons moving forward. If they're going to win this division, it is going to be on the shoulder and back of Anthony Richardson that continues to get hurt all the time. Now, there's some other points that DJ Bien-Aime made. He said that the Texans schedule scares him and that the Colts schedule does not. So I went ahead and said, let me take a deeper look into this. I put on my Smarticles glasses real quick and I thought about it. The Houston Texans, according to the NFL, have a top 5 strength of schedule, 53% strength of schedule percentage, top 5, against some of the best teams. We all know this. We're playing a good murderer's row of teams in the schedule this year. I understand. He's scared a little bit. I get it. On the other side of things, the Colts are a bottom 20 in terms of strength of schedule. 21st is what it was. I believe it was like 42%. So, yeah, their schedule is a lot easier than the Houston Texans. And that is just off what, though? Like, that is off what, 2023 stats, records? Like, there's not much to acclaim for here, besides the 2023 record and the 2024 offseason. Now, I went ahead and took it a step further. I looked at the Colts schedule. I looked at the Texans schedule. And I went ahead and took account of the 2023 teams that ended above 500 and below 500 into our 2024 schedule. So the Houston Texans in 2024 play 11 teams that had a greater than 500 record in 2023, 6 teams below 500 record in 2023. So as you see, the Houston Texans have a pretty tough schedule. They're playing 11 teams that were A, either in the playoffs, or B, had winning records. Then I looked at the Colts. And the Colts had 9 teams that were above 500 in 2023 on their schedule this year, and 8 teams below 500 from last year's record on their schedule this year. So we're talking about 2-game differential. Now, granted, last year's division came down to the very last game of the season, but yesterday's team is not today's team. And what I mean by that is the Houston Texans, ladies and gentlemen, they are not the same team as last year. They were rookies. They were babies. They were barely learning how to crawl. They were not supposed to advance the way they did last year, so fast, so quick, and so easy. Well, I might say, they beat the Cincinnati Bengals on the road. They shouldn't have done that. They lost to some teams in the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons, but they went high pressure on the road. Indianapolis, week 18. Did their thing, got the W. You can say whatever you want. They were a drop pass away from actually making it to the playoffs. The Indianapolis Colts were backup quarterback and Gardner Minshew. I understand it. At the end of the day, the Houston Texans improved so much this offseason. They added Stephon Diggs, making the best wide receiver core in the NFL. They added a Joe Mixon legitimacy at the running back position. They re-signed Dalton Schultz. The offensive line is healthy this year. You got Laramie Tunsil, Titus Howard. Both guys are going to start training camp without being held back. Like there's nothing holding them back. They're going to start training camp day 1. All right. That is according to Aaron Wilson. They are having no injuries to hold them back. And I see the defense side of things, and the Texans added defensive line and, added another linebacker. And so this offseason was fantastic. We all know this. The Texans have improved so much from last year. Now I look at the Indianapolis Colts and I'm thinking, okay, the Colts got to done something. It's a chess match, right? They got to do something to combat the Houston Texans. What was it? Cricket noises. Because they didn't do anything. They just re-signed all the players that were up for contract on their team. They re-signed everybody. Who did they really bring in? Adonai Mitchell, Leatu, edge rusher, UCLA. We're talking 2 rookies. I mean, I like Adonai Mitchell. I'm not going crazy on Leatu. I got Laramie Tunsil. I got Titus Howard. I'm pretty happy about both of them guys going up one-on-one against him, especially being a rookie. I have no problem with that whatsoever. The Houston Texans have improved so much offseason. So the Colts are looking at it like, They are putting so much pressure. They're putting all their eggs in the basket that Anthony Richardson is going to propel them. A healthy Anthony Richardson is going to propel them past everyone in this division and is going to propel them into first place in the AFC South. I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm not saying I disagree with some of Bien-Aime's points. I do agree with it. But overall, this is not the same Houston Texans team, and it is not the same Colts team. They have to rely so much on Anthony Richardson. We've seen in the past that the injury issues continue to mount for this man. It goes all the way back to high school. How do we know this man is going to be healthy for the rest of his career, even this coming year? Knock on wood, he does end up being healthy. I want to beat the Colts with Anthony Richardson. I only saw him for what, a half, where the Houston Texans give up turnovers immediately to him. Next thing you knew, it was like 14-17 nothing immediately. Let me have an even playing field. Let me restart it. I can't wait for week 1. Let's play it. Let it rip. The Houston Texans get that W week 1. CJ Stroud, the Colts don't like him. The Colts fans don't like him. And I can't wait to see it. And DJ Bien-Aime going to be eating his words at the end of the day, because we all know that the Houston Texans are going to win this division. And we all know that the Houston Texans are going to be doing their thing in the AFC. And we all know that this schedule is tough. But damn it, I have so much confidence in this Houston Texans team. Hey, I'm a fan. Maybe I'm a little bit more biased than anyone else should be. But at the end of the day, the Houston Texans, I think, did so much to suit themselves up for this schedule. And I can't wait for the NFL season. As always, guys, go Astros, go Rockets, go Texans. You have a blessed day.